Hello and welcome back to Sprite Guard Plays Lemma. We are heading into the third level. November 27th, Mark. Observation is incredibly powerful. In fact, observing a photon can actually affect events that occurred in the past. And if it works with a photon, maybe it can work with something bigger. Now that's something that I'm my understanding is that a lot of quantum stuff kind of is, well, yes, that's interesting at kind of the level of subatomic particles, but once you actually get to anything classically sized, it has virtually no effect, with a few exceptions. And I don't know enough to really say a lot about it, but my understanding is that things are not quite as powerful as people often make them out to be in the popular media. So we just need to light this up to power that thing, and that will bring a bridge over here, which we can jump to. Though that bridge is actually covering a pit. And so now we actually need to do a jumping kick. And that lands us in the water. And then you have to climb out of the water. So that just tutorialized a bunch of stuff very quickly. And now, let's see, there is an orb that we can go for, but I think that, let's see, what can we do with this here? If we activate that, yes, that will clear away the infection. It won't clear all of it away, I don't think. Yeah, it's still spreading after us. But it gives us a chance to get across here. And there's actually a cell tower here that I missed like the first three or four times that I played this. So let us see what this signal tower says to us. Alright, so we can ask, why are you helping me, or where are you anyway? Where are you anyway? You know, I was really disappointed when you turned down that trip to Brazil. What are you talking about? You know the tribal history of that region better than anyone. You're literally the only person who can talk to them. No, I'm not. They're an uncontacted people group. No one can talk to them. That's a lie and you know it. I don't know why you don't want to go, but you should reconsider. I can say, I'll think about it, or who the hell are you to judge me? I think I'm going to say, I'll think about it. And that's the end of that. So, apparently we're some kind of anthropologist. And we had an opportunity to go to Brazil for some reason and speak to uncontacted people, and we did not. And for some reason, it's important to mark that we did not. But I still think there's a lot that Mark is not telling us. So that level was so short that I'm going to continue onward. And the world is going to build us up into a box. I kind of wonder if it's possible to jump out of here before the roof fills in, but we can just kick our way through this wall. While we run forward off the edge of the wall will extend. So this is introducing kind of the main mechanic in the game. That we can actually build environment as we are parkouring through the environment. And that's why one of the reviewers described this game as the walls are made of magic. And so we are getting into kind of the first really big puzzle. And we are going to activate these tower things and get them to connect. And there are 4 of these towers that we need to activate. November 27th, Mark. Every single person is changing the universe just by observing it. What if we could consciously harness that power? There are definitely people who are working on that. There are people who are working on making quantum computers and trying to do interesting things with quantum effects. But I think that building an entire world of magical walls and exploding cubes is probably not within the bounds of what you can do with quantum mechanics. So this is kind of the central hub. We want to open this door, and there are these 4 little floor lights that will light up as we activate each of these 4 towers. So we need to get to them, and then we need to get between them, and we need to activate each one. And activating them usually just means activating these power conductors to power up one of these honeycombs. But it gets a little bit more complicated as we get into some of the trickier ones. There was one that actually took me a really long time that I finally realized was not as difficult as I was making it out to be. But thinking about this game, reasoning about kind of the way that this game works takes a while. You have to get used to the game's logic. So clearly I am not going about this correctly, and I need to work out how to... Let's see, maybe if I roll a little bit. No? There we go. Alright, so that gives me a little bit of a platform to work from. I can climb up this. And then I want to get back to the hub, because the hub is actually very good about showing you where each tower is. If you stand on each lit pad, you can see the next tower. So this is... whoops! This is actually the tower that I was struggling with. And once I... whoop! Sometimes you cannot... Usually you can extend those out 2 slides worth. So this is the one that I was struggling with. I saw these gaps here, and I thought that the strip went underneath, and so I spent a lot of time kind of down lower trying to find a way into the tower, and that was actually completely barking up the wrong tree. So let us try and get back up to the top of this thing, because that is where the next step of our puzzle will be. So we can just roll that out, and of course we just want to slide or roll across these gaps, and that will activate this pillar. But it took me a while to figure that out, and it kind of had that puzzle game thing of as soon as I figured it out, I was like, oh, that's obvious. But of course, it's only obvious after you figure it out. Though it may have been obvious to you from right away, I don't know. This was really the first time that we were using this formation mechanic. But different people figure out things at different paces. So this one is our last one, and it appears to be a bit more remote than the others. So let us platform and parkour our way over there. And it looks like this is another one that we just need to run across. And that should have activated the central one. We can use a little bit of magic wall there to get across, and there, the door is open. This game feels so good when you, like, really get fluid and start doing the making walls and floors really fluidly. It just becomes this really amazing experience. So this is going to build in a whole bunch of platforms for us, and let us work our way up here. I don't know how many orbs there are on this level, but I know there are a couple pretty high up. Oh my goodness. Well, I am kind of becoming klutzy around this. Let's see if I can do it a little bit. I mean, really what I should be doing is just that. and that will hopefully let us climb up here. There we go. And then it looks like we can make a wall here, jump, wall run there, jump off, overshoot. Okay, well, but everything that we've built will still be here. And we will just end up wherever it is that we were last standing. And then we have a great big wall here that we can kick through. But I do want to give a look around. Ah, there's a note up here. I'm glad I did look around. Let's see if we can get to it. January 16th. I gain more control every day. Yesterday I flew in the dream for the first time, but it seems like I'm simultaneously gaining control and losing it in equal proportion. This morning I woke up screaming. Wow, okay. That's a little ominous. So, there's an orb that we can go for. I don't really know if we can reach it easily. Ah! Apparently not. So we may need to, like, build this wall out further. And maybe give it a couple of... There we go. And I don't think there's the same kind of limit on how far you can build out those walls. I think that you can build them out effectively indefinitely. But then you get to situations like this, where it's not quite low enough, and so yeah, I'm not actually able to get up there, even though it really looks like I can, just not quite able to connect up. So but it's going to block my headroom and make it a little bit difficult to do this jump. So maybe, let's see, no, can't extend that. Let's see, so I want to make sure that I'm not under that thing, and jump, and just can't quite make it. So getting back where we were is going to be more difficult than I expected. But we should be able to do 2 of these, and then we can't jump up high enough. I'm wondering, can we, like, fill this out a little more? Maybe jump up to this thing. No, still can't reach it. But maybe we can reach this thing. Thought I had a handle on it when I did not. There we go. Oh! Let go of it again. But we've built out, well, this. There we go. There we go. Right back here. And now we want to kick through this and fall down a pit. So now we have this kind of this hallway, and I believe there is another exploding cube here. Yes, so now we actually have a new weapon against them, though, is we can use the wall building to be stealthy. And it will create kind of these narrow passages that are perhaps narrower than I would have liked, but let's see. Okay, there's another one over there. It looks like it cannot see us, but I'm not sure how I'm going to get up there. We eventually need to get up to that door over there. Oh, it saw us. Alright, not much we can do here. That will reset us. To over here. So I'm wondering if maybe we can climb up this way? See, that one seems to still be quite a ways away. Too far to aggro for now. But no promises. See an orb. So, how do we sneak past this thing? Ah, that did not build out very much. Still afraid that thing's gonna see us over on that side. Looks like they may both have gone to the other side, though. So we can do that. And now we're high enough up that we may be able to make our way through safely. We are getting very close, certainly. It saw us, but I don't think it knows where we are yet. That's not the wall I wanted to cling to, but I think we're close enough. Yes, we're through. All right. And now we are in another part of the world. So, thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.